Good morning. My name is Shauna, and I'm delighted to be here today on Sunday Live Dharma with you all. This is a season that I love that we are starting to enter into. It is a season of change. It is a season of gratitude and reflection, and I hope that all of you enjoy and expect and receive the change with stillness and calm. Today, Reverend Sean will be sharing his Dharma Talk, Catalyzing Enlightenment. Let us begin our practice together by reading the essential dharmas of daily practice on page 11. Essential dharmas of daily practice. The mind is originally free from disturbance, but disturbances arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the equanimity of our true nature by letting go of disturbances. The mind is originally free from delusion, but delusions arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the wisdom of our true nature by letting go of delusions. The mind is originally free from wrongdoing, but wrongdoings arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the precepts of our true nature by letting go of wrongdoings. Let us replace disbelief, greed, laziness, and ignorance with belief, zeal, questioning, and dedication. Let us return resentment into gratitude. Let us return dependency into self-reliance. Let us turn reluctance to learn into willingness to learn well. Let us turn reluctance to teach into a willingness to teach well. Let us turn lack of public spirit into eagerness to serve the good of all. Now, to prepare ourselves for meditation, please stand behind your mats. Lars will lead us in movements that will help us warm our bodies and circulate our energy.
Good morning, friends, here in the Dharma Hall. Good morning at home. Please give yourself enough space for yourself and for your neighbor, and only do as much or as little as your energy and body allows. Plant your feet firmly on the ground. You want to make sure your feet are about hip-width apart. Knees are slightly bent. Your tailbone is tucked in. Chin is tucked in. Your spine is totally erect. We drop in our shoulders, roll them a little bit forward. Make a triangle with your hands. Put your thumbs in your belly button, drop your fingers low. And in that triangle is your dantian, your breathing center. Try to focus on deep belly breathing, about 4 to 5 seconds, deep breath in. Expand your belly. And breathe out 4 to 5 seconds. Breathe in. Out. Drop the hands. And breathing in, Buddha breath in. Up to your chest. Fold your hands over and breathe out. And breathe in. And out. In. Out. In. And out. In. And out. This time we're going to place our palms on our dantian. Keep on breathing and relax. Check your posture. Make sure your knees are not locked, they're still bent. your hands again. Same breath in, but this time we do a double breath, breathing in all the way to chest height. Breathe in again. Fold your hands towards the sky. Push, push, push. Stretch and breathe out. Again, breathe in. Up to chest height. Breathe in again. Towards the sky. Stretch and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe in again. Push. Stretch and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe in. And breathe out. One last time. Breathe in. Breathe in. And breathe out. Now place our palms back on our dantian. Keep on breathing. Relax. Check your posture. Make an energy ball right in front of us. The bottom hand rotates up on top. Keep going up, breathing in, stretching, stretching, and really the other one pushes towards the earth. Push heaven, push earth. And breathe out. The top hand just drops straight down. We're holding a ball, switching our hands. And the other hand pushes up while the other hand pushes down. Breathing in, stretching, and breathe out. Drop your hands, switch, breathe in, push heaven, push earth, and breathe out. Switch hands, push, and breathe out. Energy ball, switching hands, switch, push up, and breathe out. One more time. Switching hands, push heaven, push earth, and breathe out. Bring our hands back in front of us. Place our palms on our dantian. Relax. Keep breathing. Great, now let's put our hands on our hips, step out a little bit further into high Mabu. When we're breathing in, we push into one side and we arching our lower back slightly backwards, breathing in, trying to look behind ourselves gently. Then we're breathing out, fall forward. Come to your center with your torso, switch your feet, shift over to the other side. On your way up, breathe in. Slightly arch your back, try to look behind yourself, and breathe out. Fall back forward, and switch back to the other side. Breathing in on the way up, and breathe out. Fall back forward, switch to the other side, and breathe in, and out. And in, and out. One more time, breathing in, and come back forward, breathing out. Come back to the center, stand up. You're going to stay in the high Mabu. Drop your hands. Try to sink if you can. Bring your hands up, breathing in. Push the bow. Look to your outstretched arm and breathe out. Release the bow. Switch hands to the other side. Pull the bowstring taut. to either left or right. Hold your breath and release the bow or the arrow. Breathing in, switch hands. Pull the bow taut. Breathe out, release the arrow. Switch one more time. Breathing in. And breathe out. And one more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Once more to the other side. Breathing in. And breathe out. Come back to center. Put your feet back hip width apart. Place your palms in a dantian. Check your posture. Keep breathing and relax. This time when we're breathing in, we slowly circle our hands to our lower back. Arch our back slightly and gently look behind yourself, breathing in. And when we're breathing out, fall forward, parallel to the floor, all the way dropping down, dropping down, dropping down, till you can touch the floor with your hands. And then slightly bend your knees, breathe in. Feel like you're being lifted by your shoulders, sticking one vertebrae on top of the other. And breathe out. Put your palms back on your dantian. And again, breathing in, slowly rotate your hand backwards. Arch your back gently, look behind yourself. Keep your feet flat on the ground. Breathe out. Fall forward. Drop your arms, drop your head. Touch the ground if you can. Slightly bend your knees, breathe in. Get lifted by the shoulders. Stand back up, breathe out, put your palms back on your dantian. And again, breathing in, slightly look behind yourself. Breathe out, fall forward. Bend your knees, breathe in, get lifted. Put your palms on your dantian, relax, breathe out. Keep on breathing. Drop your arms. Bring your arms straight above our head. Join your palms. Breathe out slowly. Bring your palms towards your third eye. Rest on your third eye. Take another breath in. And when we're breathing out, bring your palms towards our chest. Rest here, breathing in. And when we breathe out, continue bringing our palms, open our palms. Hands come to the side. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now please feel free to join us in 4 bows to Dharmakaya Buddha, Fourfold Grace, either in full or in standing posture or in full kneeling posture.
Four bows. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the marvelous gift of nature and the universe. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of parents and everyone who has given me life and nurtured me. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of fellow beings, the truth of interconnectedness among all beings. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of laws, which guides us, protects us, and promotes justice.
Meditation is simple and easy. Please take time to find your most comfortable position on the floor or in a chair. Wiggle to release any tension and focus on the energy in your lower abdomen. This is your Danjan, the power center for your breathing. When we settle our mind and energy in our Danjan, our energy flows and protects our one-focused mind. Now bring your awareness to your tongue. Place the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth. When you do this, pure and clear saliva may gather under your tongue, a delightful sign of cool energy ascending. Smile at your calm and clear spirit. If over time your legs ache unbearably, you may change your position very slowly and quietly. In this way, you maintain a calm stillness and honor the silent practice of others. My body, my breath. I sit, just sit. My sitting body, touching earth, reaching to the sky. Body settled, grounded, calm. My mind always busy, thinking, analyzing, justifying, storytelling, seeking. I breathe and calm my mind through breath. I bring the mind to the body and the body to the mind, in harmony with each other. I am not sleepy. I am not asleep. My mind and my body are synchronized, calm and clear. May we be here now, ever calm, ever alert, just sitting.
심정 만사여의 아심정 천지여와 동일체 아여 천지동심정 천지연기아심정 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 만사여의 아심정 천지여와 동일체 아여 천지동심정.
Prayer for world peace.
Grace of heaven and earth, grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. O Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from world conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living in their original true nature. This we pray with our whole hearts. 원하옵니다. 원하옵니다. 간절히 간절히 원하옵니다. 내 손길 닿는 곳, 내 발길 머무는 곳, 내 음성 멸해지는 곳, 내 마음 향하는 곳마다 우리 모두 다 함께, 우리 모두 다 함께 성불제중 인연이 되어지리라. I wish and pray sincerely and truly, where my hands touch the world, where my feet walk on the earth, where my voice echoes through the hills, and in all realms where my heart and mind reach, that we all together share true affinity for attaining great enlightenment and for helping all living beings. Sutra Chanting, page 9. Ilwan is the realm of samadhi beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, and loss of true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, unenlightened people, and sentient beings, till one manifests as both permanence and impermanence, viewed as permanence, till one unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is, viewed as impermanence, till one unfolds into infinite worlds, through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings, according to how we use our minds and bodies. In the four forms of birth we transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing with grace arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore we unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after Ilwan Song, the Dharmakaya Buddha, by cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather than harm, until we attain the great empowerment of Ilwan and become one with the nature of Ilwan.
Hello, friends! Come visit Korea! Come visit Korea!
Good morning. We're walking in the headquarters of Won Buddhism. Now we are heading towards the stupa of the founding master. I hope you all are having a beautiful day in North Carolina.
We are walking up to the steps
towards the Sotaesan's sacred pagoda.
Hello to everyone in North Carolina. We are here in Iksan, right at the stupa that contains Master Sotaesan's ashes. It's really quite thrilling. We wish you were here.
And I'm very happy to be here. We've been doing many wonderful things and seeing wonderful sights, and meeting some very inspiring and sincere, dedicated students.
So, hi to everybody over there at home. We are here in Korea, and even though we are far away from home, it's still very familiar. I wish you guys best, and we see you in a couple weeks.
안녕하세요. I'm Blanca. I'm very happy to be here, to be able to participate in this pilgrimage, and I know that you are accompanying us in heart. So we all are here. Thank you.
Today, our good friend and spiritual teacher, Reverend Sean, is going to share his Dharma talk, Catalyzing Enlightenment. Let us practice deep listening as we warmly welcome Reverend Sean.
Good morning. Before I start, let's have a moment in silence for those who passed away or the lost sentient beings with the hurricanes. Catalyzing Enlightenment. Inquiry as practice. When I was in seminary, the standard for my practice was and is to have a mindset of an enlightened Tathagata, the mindset of Sotaesan, the founding teacher of Won Buddhism. Whenever I face challenges, I ask myself, what would Sotaesan do now? When I had difficulty practicing and learning, I wondered how Sotaesan would guide me, what his secret teaching style would be. A catalyst is a substance that increases the speed of reaction. For example, in our everyday lives, the catalysts in our bodies help us digest food. We use catalyst when we wash clothes and make cheese and kimchi. Sotaesan's teachings are kind of catalyst for our spiritual growth, serving to move us along the path of enlightenment. Let's look at 3 good passages that show how Sotaesan used examples from daily life to impart his wisdom. First passage, number 32 from chapter 3, Practice. The founding master told a disciple who ate too fast and talked too much. Eating a meal or speaking a single word is also practice. If one eats too fast or too much, one is likely to become ill. And if one says unnecessary things or deviates from the right way, then misfortune will readily occur. How, then, can one become careless by considering eating a meal or speaking a word to be trivial acts? Thus, a practitioner must see every situation as an opportunity to practice and take pleasure in always responding appropriately. You, too, must set your heart upon this practice. End quote. This passage is straightforward. Sote-san explains it step by step in an easy-to-understand language, like teaching a young child. Fast eating and too much talking can lead to more problems. Sote-san also points out that we should take care of even the most minor things and regard these as opportunities to inquire and investigate for ourselves. Let's look at another example. In the principal book of Won Buddhism, Sote-san describes the fourfold grace like this. If we wish to easily understand the grace we have received from heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, and laws, we first must consider whether we could sustain our existence and live without that grace. Even the ignorant would acknowledge that we could not live without this grace. If there is a relationship in which we cannot live without the other, then where would there be a grace greater than that? End quote. Is there anything in the world that is not grace? And here is an interesting passage in which Sote-san talks about his way of teaching. In it, Sote-san gives some guidance to two elderly monks who harshly scolded a young novice. The elderly monks complained, "This novice is not willing to practice meditation. That kind of person could not be delivered even if 1,000 Buddhas appeared. He is trash." It's in the Red Book. In answer to their concerns, Sote-san replied, "Whether or not to meditate is up to the young novice. It is your responsibility to help them realize that meditation is beneficial. It is as if you dug the gold from the mine and used it well. Everyone around you would see the benefit and then naturally rush to the gold mine themselves." End quote. By being a good example, you can teach without saying a word, and that seems powerful. In each of these three passages, Sote-san uses the same teaching skills, inviting practitioners into our own reflections and inquiry. Sote-san invites us to think and investigate for ourselves. In a seminary course, when I was in a seminary course once, I was peeved by my friend's words. He said, "I'm a person who loves to learn." Then I thought, what? Why do you say that all of a sudden? And who here doesn't? Well, for me, he seemed to be just showing off his practice. At that time, actually, I was negligent in my learning and my practice, as I was busy living my college life and not quite as focused as I might have been. Deep inside my mind, I might have known I was not a good enough practitioner, while my friend was in the process of being willing to learn. His words could have sparked the changes in my life at that moment, but I wasn't ready, and it took a long time for me to be aware of that. And as you know, we've gone through each line of essential Dharma this year, but not until this July, during our month-long contemplation of essential Dharma number 7, let us turn reluctance to learn into willingness to learn well, did I remember my friend's words and have a deep insight about how I approach learning. So in this Dharma hall, we talked about the meaning of learning. How can we learn well? What are some resistance or hindrances to it? And then we asked ourselves, where are we on our journey of learning? Unlike my seminary days, My awareness is now broader. As I look around, I find myself having all kinds of questions around, and they are catalyzing my enlightenment. This is why keeping a journal of This is why keeping a journal of our awakenings and impressions, the process of being aware and sharing our own aha moment, was highly valued 100 years ago and remains a central part of our practice. Many sages are said to have found enlightenment through the trivial things of everyday life, such as the sound of a bell or waterfall, when bamboo hits a tiled roof, when being tripped over a stone, when a candle suddenly goes out, or by catching their reflection in the water. The universe is full of catalysts. Chances are near you. From great things like Mother Nature or universal laws, to small things like eating and talking. Look around. Cool autumn breeze, a bird chirping sound, twinkling stars, a smell of rainy day, the warmth of sip of tea, or simply chatting with our body. Any of these can become our great scripture, our holy Dharma. It is up to us. So are you ready to be aware and inquire? What instances, situations, or fleeting moments have been catalysts of enlightenment for you? Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Sean. That was really beautiful. And the idea of teachers, both our formal teachers, teachers in the world, and ourselves are all catalysts that's sparking those moments of enlightenment. That was really lovely. Thank you so much. Friends at home, this is a time for you all to reflect on this beautiful talk. And if you'd like to share your thoughts, comments, or questions in the live chat, would be great. Friends here in the Dharma Hall, this is time to pair up in small groups and share your own reflections with each other.
Closely. Closely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your enthusiastic conversation. You can continue after the service, outside porch, in the garden, picking up some weeds or walking around. So I invited our twin meditator, drummer, because as Sote-san was delivering his words into simple, easy to understand language, I want to ask them, how was it? How was my talk? And what they get from? Well, I don't know. Let's see.
I think it was a really detailed talk, and it like explained a lot about like a catalyst. I think that was it.
Do you know what catalyst means?
It's like learning something about yourself. Like if you like you think you have a good relationship with somebody, and then like you're fighting all the time, then you learn that you probably shouldn't be together. That's like a catalyst. That's like a catalyst. I think that it was a good talk, and he explained a lot of things well.
Do you find any enlightening moment or catalyst around you?
I don't know.
Thank you. Or yeah.
Hmm?
Okay. Next time. Work hard on more easy words. Thank you, Bodhi class, for joining and listening well. And we might have some announcements.
Yes, we do. First of all, thank you all for joining us today. This afternoon at 4 p.m., you're welcome to join us for Peaceful Afternoon Community Meditation at the Raleigh Temple. We'll focus on techniques to help us improve our seated posture for greater comfort and effectiveness. For more meditation, every day at 6:30 in the morning, you're welcome to come and join early morning meditation. It is a really wonderful way to start the day. It's very soft, and the light comes outside and in yourself too. On Thursdays, we have Dharma study groups. They're always open, and you can join them online or in person. Check out our website for details. Would you like to know more about Buddhism and Won Buddhism? Good news, our Won Buddhism introductory class is being held online on Saturday, October 12th from 2 to 4 p.m. via Zoom. By being in our community email group, you'll receive prompt updates and Zoom links for all these programs and more. September, and we're coming to the end of it, is a wonderful time to enjoy the temple garden, relaxing, walking, meditating while gardening. If you have a few minutes after this service to pick up fallen branches or pull a few weeds to make our garden more welcoming, we'd be most grateful for your help. You never know what might catalyze you at that moment. We always appreciate and thank you for your thoughtful donations. Now, let's turn to page 13 and join together for morning prayer song.
Dhammakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, I begin a new day in your presence.
Today full of health and with peace of mind, may I walk along the path of the Buddha. Kaya Buddha, fourfold grace, I begin anew to embrace. Sweet and rich gentle words, may I live in harmony with all those I meet. Kaya Buddha, fourfold grace, I begin a new day with compassion. Today making the world a more loving place. May I do all that I can for one world.
Let's turn to the camera and wave our hands to the world, to Reverend Won Gong in the Korea. Oh, if you'd like to.